The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
25, check 22.
Now Michelle. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games and brought nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
He'll check this one down to Michelle. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
65.
To throw is Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Throwing, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
To Travis Kelce. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And Sanders has got it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Failed game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Cousins. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
In your face.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Michel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip.
Again, it's Elliott. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
Come on, set. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 1st down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. Watch the screen. Come on. 55, come on.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Ready.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. It's complete. James White. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Complete to James White.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 10 at the Rams' 35-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers now going to use the first. Their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready up. 58, 58, come on. Roger. Let's go, defense.
They go to Elliott again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. 3rd down here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A man who played on this very field for USC, Everson Griffin, able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Rush in. Showing up. Watch out. Shift. Watch the shift. Wide.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Let's go.
It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Elliott a 1st down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 31, Rams 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Cousins. They'll find Everett there, complete. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
At their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's not going to get me.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in? And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the ground, Michel. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jahan, where are you? 52's the mic. Lucky 50. Two. 52, Hey, exit. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to
One last shot now for Cousins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the 49ers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.